Good night, fellow punters. The clock on the wall says 7:36 and the date is the 25th of February 2023. Exactly 12 months ago today, the bus pulled out of the bus station for the very first time. We started off with a small one, but it has grown and we have a 5-decker now on the road with a luggage trailer hooked on behind and a lot of mod cons built into the bus. In that 12 months, I must say, I had no idea where we were going to go on our journey from the start or how it would develop. But it has exceeded all expectations, I must say. I've met the most wonderful people on this journey, and the sharing and caring of people, I'd call them passengers, I hope you don't mind, is absolutely phenomenal. Charities have benefited from your kindness and your generosity, and that is the way I intend this journey to go and proceed. Thanks to all of the people that have supported the channel from the outset. Thanks to the people, even today, the first 2 people, I picked them and they have sprung to the leaderboard. That's Michael McCarthy and Darren O'Sullivan. They were on the very first day, and it's ironic that they're gone to the leaderboard with the 2 winners today by the Stig. I mention of him, thanks to, it's great to have him on board. He's a great addition to the channel. I hope you all agree with me in that. And we hadn't a bad day today. We had, we put up the 4 bus horses, so they're divorced now. They got their chance today. That's the way I do things. So when they do make us money, we give them a second chance, and sometimes a third chance. But the way the 4 of them ran today, they're gone. But we were still ahead of the game with the winnings from them. We had Cadahorla in hardish luck, I thought, but it was an each-way bet, so nothing lost. And then the other one, there's a race in him, but it just wasn't today, which was Jump the Shark. The Stig's Nap came in Kitty's Light. That was 5-2, 11-4 the other day. It was actually 8-1 last Tuesday. A great gutsy victory. Went out to 6-1 in running. And you'd think maybe 4 out is it going to finish at all, but the 4 miles 1 furlong, the 1 furlong was absolutely vital and needed. So he got up. He was chucked in there on his previous forum. And then Our Power, that was 8s and 9s the other day. That one is 11-2. Just got there in the finish. That was 5th last year in the Ultima, so it'll be interesting to see when they go back to that again. It likes spring ground. Scriptwriter let us down. They were awful iffy in their jumping. Doesn't say a lot for the forum of the English horses when Nusret, who can come over, but going right-handed on better ground, I think, was the key to that horse. So we had Dubai then. We had a couple of winners. What had we there? Mustaraf in the first race. There was a big gamble on that. That was 4s yesterday evening. And then Elite Power. That was a gamble on as well. That absolutely hosed up. That's an absolute machine altogether. And Inime, our bus horse, ran an absolutely fantastic race. I jumped out of my seat coming up the stretch. Says, are we going to win? Because backed him at 10-1 last night. So ran into one. I actually did a small forecast with the 2 of them, and it paid something like it paid big. I think it was 40 quid per euro forecast. I must double check that. And Ryan Moore then in the last race. Don't know what happened. He stayed tight to the rail, probably watching the kickback, but He don't negotiate. But still, it was well worthwhile doing the video because there was profit made on it. It's all about if we're winning, we're not losing, I just say. We have a few tomorrow. We have a bus horse first. It's in the 1:30 at Fontwell. Fable. Fable won the last day for us at 4-1 in Bangor. Nico de Bonville was riding him and he's riding it again tomorrow. And Effernock Fizz that was second has actually won since. So it's a decent farm horse. Now it isn't simple tomorrow either because that Grandad's Cottage is no slouch, but we have to stick with this horse.
Leading quartet covered by less than 2 lengths. As they approach the turn in, Effernock Fizz bidding to make call with Fable and Eureka Creek both going past Mia Grace as they level for home. And they're a long way clear of the tailed off Tequila Blaze. Effernock Fizz with Eureka Creek now mounting a challenge as they come to dump the second last. But Effernock Fizz came away from it the quicker. Fable now regains second as Eureka Creek drops away. Mia Grace is held in fourth. Tequila Blaze is pulling up 2 out. It's Effernock Fizz from Fable who now mounts a challenge on the outside and they've gone clear. At the final fence, Fable jumps into the lead at the last past Effernock Fizz who now seems to have no more to give as Fable and Nico de Boinville move on by a couple of lengths running up towards the line. It is Fable.
Done that pretty well. So after that, and there's Nico de Bonville has a horse here as well tomorrow, and this is first time in his handicap. Normally I don't do this, but I thought this was worth a bet. We could actually double them, but if we look in this way, it's a grey horse now. It's about 7th or 8th when we pick it up here, and it runs on to finish 3rd. They weren't too busy on it. It's the grey horse.
On the outside, Fortuna Linea, jumping this one. T and Chats pushed along by Tom Cannon. Our Champ on the outside. Chased then in 3rd place by Churchill's Boy, who's in touch. They pull clear now of Fortuna Linea. Then Byron Hill, Piece of Rome, and behind those Philandra. Racing round the bend, and Our Champ now goes on into the lead. Our Champ, but Churchill's Boy is moving up into 2nd. T and Chats can't go on now. So Our Champ challenged, chased down by Churchill's Boy. Running on again is Fortuna Linea, going up on the outside of T and Chats, and then Piece of Rome as they jump the second last. Our Champ joined by Churchill's Boy. Churchill's Boy being delivered by James Davis on the outside for the Nick Gifford team, and Churchill's Boy just going on now at the final flight. Churchill's Boy is over first. Our Champ in second. Piece of Rome and Fortuna Linea racing up the hill. It's Churchill's Boy that leads the way from Our Champ in second, and keeping on gamely. The leader is Churchill's Boy. The winner is Churchill's Boy. Pulled a good 6 or 7 lengths clip.
Ran on well enough that day, and it's 2 miles 5.5, and was rating of 1:11. That could be, and a first time tongue tie could be competitive tomorrow. Naas. They're in the 2:10. It's a very interesting affair. You have Pont Audemars. It's gone up £16 for its last win. Then you have that Tetes. That was just behind the Cottage, the Connector in Limerick the last day. And you have By Your Side. But there's a horse here that we first came across, Libby. Went to 2nd in Galway, or 3rd in Galway last on the flat on his first run for Joseph O'Brien after leaving Philip Macon. We backed it in Roscommon at a bigger price without 5-2 favourite, done nothing. But since it went hurling, it was, I don't mean the man with the slither, it was 4th to Blood Destiny, and 2nd in that race was Sir Alan, and then it was 4th, it was only beaten 5 lengths. But Calico, that was 2nd in that race, they went over to England to a listed race, and I thought it ran pretty well in this race, and it turned round the form with Calico and actually beat him
along,
by 7 lengths.
going to be delivered late as they fan out right across the course.
That's Libby in
Proshema
front.
now just the back marker. It's Libby who will just have the lead as they cross over the third from home. Libby to Arclight, travelling powerfully towards the near side in the hands of Nico de Boinville. Over on the far side is Greyville. Comedy kicks, Chiana as it's all got very tight as they got over that flight at which Comedy kicks was a faller and hampered and unseating the rider in Spirit Treats. They've still got a quarter of a mile to go. Greyville right over on the far side. Arclight towards the near side. Libby and then Chiana and then Calico, who's another 4 lengths away. Entering the final furlong, down towards the final flight. Greyville on the far side. Arclight on the grandstand side. There's 2.5 lengths between them. Chiana is back in third. Libby is in fourth. Another 100 yards to go. Paddy Brennan and Greyville are in front. And Greyville wins.
She jumped a bit big, but she was very deliberate in a few flights. But I thought at 8-1 that first handicap hurdle that and a good stiff uphill finish in Naas that we could get her on the bus with the view to getting a win out, where if it's not tomorrow it'll be Sunday. And then we have a horse that was desperately unlucky for us the last day. It was Neveradullmoment. It was beaten a nose. We were on it 7-1 and he left an awful lot to do. We put him in there because I catch, and I thought the time against Green Glory. Now that was over 2.5. I prefer to step up. I'd love this if this was 2-2 or 2-4 tomorrow, but we have to stick with it again. Now there is another bus horse in the race, and it's opened up at 7-1. There is Hey Johnny, and that finished. It won for us when last year. Where are we talking about? Clonmel, 27th of October. Then there's one in January there as well. It ran a good race behind Gaelic Warrior the last day. But we have to give a shot to Neveradullmoment to redeem himself tomorrow. Possibly maybe a small reverse forecast with the 2 bus horses. There's an intriguing contest tomorrow in the 2:30 at Fontwell, the Spirit Hurdle. You have Goshen, we backed him a few times, Nappers Hill, Proshema, and it's 2 miles 3. If it was a bit longer, I'd be sweeter on Proshema, but I think it's worth a shot. Goshen is coming back from fences. That campaign at that is aborted. Show Royal ran in a chase the last couple of times. And the last one was at the Dublin Racing Festival. But Nappers Hill, similar. But Proshema, the good ground is key to this horse. But the distance as well. I'm hoping for a fast pace tomorrow because it travels really well through the races. And it has won at 2.5 before. It won in Aintree in 2021 and it won in Cheltenham as well. We even backed it last year, remember, in Royal Ascot when it was down the field. Like it was rated 100 on the flat. So that's the outsider of the party tomorrow. But every one of them, including that one, has excuses. But I thought at 6-1 we could take a gamble on that, anyone that wishes. So that's it for that video. And thanks again for everyone. Thanks for everyone that has subscribed and liked all the videos. And even the ones that don't like what's going on, I don't mind. It's great to have you on board, everybody. And looking forward to the next 12 months. And I hope we're all hale and hearty this time 12 months again. So, bash the bookies, over and out.